Going live. Alrighty. We are now indeed live.
Hello, world. Are we are live?
Yep, we're live.
Well, say something.
You were playing the guitar. This is the first completely remote Stream of Consciousness podcast. We've never done this before.
No, this is new.
We are in two
Completely
separate locations, talking to each other, using the same bandwidth that we use to stream.
Yeah, that's right. So this should be good.
It'll be fine now that I've messed with all the settings and it's not trying to stream at like 60 frames a second at
Right.
6,000 kilobytes or whatever.
What's the bitrate should be down to like 4,000 now?
It's at 3,000.
Okay. Whoops. My playing hasn't gotten any better. So what's new? Wait a minute. Have we officially started yet?
No, we haven't.
Well, then start.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Stream of Consciousness, a Rubber Mushroom podcast. I am Turtle Cube. I am here with Turtle Dad.
I'm Turtle Dad. I'm here with Turtle Cube, sort of.
Well, we're both here. We're just not in the same room for the first time. So, yeah, welcome to episode 22.
We'll call it the experimental episode.
I'm doing a lot of experimenting.
Are all of our 1,000 listeners out there in the audience as usual?
Thousands of them. Look at all those chickens.
That's one thing I can't see now, though. I can't see the stats from here because only you can see the stats because you're
Yeah.
on the stream.
Yep.
Let me know if Spoon comes on.
I will let you know.
It's Friday. It's always Friday. We wouldn't be here.
Tis Friday. How has your week been?
My week was very busy, as all my weeks have been. But I did get a lot done in some areas and not a lot done in others. But I think I made progress at work, which is good. We got to get this project out the door by December.
You've got time.
No, we don't have time. That's the problem. There's a lot of work to do.
How much are you doing before it goes out?
How much are we all that needs to be done?
What needs to be done?
Well, we have to write a couple of applications, get them tested on hardware that's brand new and experimental. At the same time, test all the boards we get in, and basically overcome any problems as they randomly pop up.
Okay, sounds like normal, and not sure what else to expect from a programming job.
Yeah, I know. In other respects, you got your car back this week, or was that last week?
That was this. No, last
Good.
week. That was last week. That was last week.
That was last week? Wow.
Yeah.
A week go by.
That was last week.
No house projects this week, I don't think. Did I? No, let's see.
No, you did the shelves. You put the
I
shelves
did
in.
put the shelf in the closet. That was
Yeah,
good. I
you
did
put the
that.
shelves in. That's the
That
thing.
was pretty good. Yeah. The garage project is moving along.
That's good. That's good.
Slowly, very slowly, but it's at least moving.
Moving is better than not moving.
I suppose, yeah.
Unless you're moving backwards, then that could be debatable. But I don't think you're moving backwards?
No, we haven't gone far enough forwards anyway yet to measure anything backwards. So
Alright.
it's like when you're not moving at all, can you really be moving backwards? Don't know. I don't think so.
I need another monitor.
You need another monitor?
So the way I have this set up normally is I have the website that I'm streaming on one side and the streaming software on the other side.
Yeah.
And if I'm streaming a game, I have the game on one side and then the software and the website kind of like overlapping each other so I can have some info there, but I don't need quite as much info. But the way this is going, in order to capture the screen that you're sending me, I have to have that full screen on one screen, and I have both the website, which is YouTube, and the streaming software on the other monitor, and I gotta switch back and forth between them. So in order to not switch back and forth, I need like 4 monitors.
So you need more monitors.
Don't need, but I wouldn't be against it.
Need is kind of, yeah.
Need is a strong word, but I wouldn't be against it.
I actually should buy myself another monitor because, well, the one I have is kind of old, but actually I have 3 at work. And I've kind of come to like all the room.
Oh, that's the bad thing about monitors, is that the more monitors you have, the more you're like, ooh, I like this, and it's really hard to go back down in monitor number.
Right. It's like, do I really?
But, yeah.
I need 3.
You doing okay?
Monitors.
Is Discord dying on me now? Nope, Dad is dying on me now.
I mean, really? Oh.
Oh, did we catch up?
I'm here.
Ah, there you are.
I'm here.
Discord decided that for the last minute it was gonna play like a couple seconds of what you said every, like, you paused for like a good 10 seconds in between sections of your sentence. I'm pretty sure that wasn't natural.
Oh, I get an exclamation point. Your stream currently has reduced video or audio. Whoops.
Yeah. What did you do to it?
I didn't do anything. Not exactly anything. I mean, I did a little bit.
I heard you clicking things and then your audio started cutting out.
I'm kind of clicking, yeah. Oh, that was the wrong button. Sorry, wait. I'll go back. So let's see here. Nothing to see here. Move along.
Yeah, we can't see anything. There's no camera. So, what do you wanna chat about this week?
Let's see. We could talk about the weather.
I'm liking the weather right now.
The weather's wet.
Yes.
You like this?
I'm quite enjoying it.
Why?
Fewer allergies.
Fewer allergies. I hadn't thought of that. Okay.
Also, it was so stinking humid this morning that when it finally rained, it was like a sigh of relief. You ever get that?
No, because I haven't gotten allergies in a long time, actually.
No, the other thing that I mentioned.
What's that?
Oh, but it was really, really, really humid this morning, so when it finally started raining, it was like a sigh of relief.
Oh, you mean the humidity broke?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a yeah, I can agree with that.
That was really nice.
That part I can agree with, yeah.
I can deal getting rained on in that case.
I haven't had any. Let's see. Well, you know what I've noticed though, the room I work in is significantly cooler than outside. I haven't used the like. I mean, we haven't really had any AC days yet. We might have some coming up
Right.
next week.
This
But
weekend possibly. It's supposed to get up into the 90s.
really, wow. No, I've
Yeah.
actually when we had some warm days but cool mornings, I actually had to turn the heat on in here. It was still chilly. I'm like, wow, it's still chilly, and it's like 9 o'clock.
Yep.
But all right, I'm gonna stop playing and get back to you. Okay, we're talking now.
All right.
Because what I was doing is I was actually trying to copy pictures off my phone.
Ah.
I think that was stressing the network out a bit. So,
Why were you copying the pictures off of your phone wirelessly?
because it was just convenient.
Okay, but you could have just not, plug it into your
You could
computer
have plugged a
and then
USB
it's
cable in and done it.
yeah.
Yeah, I could have, but that's all the way over there on my desk.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh the horror. It's all the way over there.
so let's talk about different streaming methodologies.
Okay.
I told you about my quest for a better streaming service than Vimeo.
Yep.
One that's not $100 a month if you want anything but their free version. So if you want
Ideally.
anything but Vimeo's free version, you have to pay $100 a month, which I thought was excessive.
I agree with that thought.
So I'm in the quest for a new streaming. I don't know what the word is. Streamer, streamer.
This
Or
is my
streaming-
quest to stream from afar. No
I like
matter
that.
how hopeless, no matter the car. I don't know. I didn't really want to ride
Anyway.
far with far.
So like I said, I was looking at a company called Dacast. I don't have to know how you pronounce it. Dacast. They look
The
promising.
cast.
Dacast. Dacast. I have no idea.
Dacist. Doesn't that be D-A-C-I-S-T? Dacist?
Is that a word? That's not a word.
I don't think so.
I think you made that up. Anyway, so I'm experimenting with them, but I wasn't able to get it to work. So
Yet.
still have to look at that.
Yeah, I don't know of very many. I don't know of very many companies, I guess, that offer to stream to multiple sites at the same time.
I thought they would let you do it, but the tech I was talking to said no. So I have to go back and check their website because I was sure I read it, but maybe I was wrong. I've read a lot of websites on it recently, and I don't remember which ones I read what on.
Right.
That's not terrible. Not be able to do that'd be nice because we do it now, but it's not like critical. So anyway, that's my techno thing to do this week.
Well, it might be critical depending on what Chris wants.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I think we're gonna have to continue to stream to YouTube and Facebook for a while, so
Yeah.
I have to see how to do that.
This is a different stream, by the way, not the one we're doing right now.
This is not this stream. It's a different stream.
This is not going to
Um,
Facebook.
No. So what else am I doing? I'm still in the market for a 3D printer.
Okay.
I'm just not sure what I would do with it.
I
just
have
kinda
many
wa-
ideas of what to do with it.
Why don't you buy a 3D printer?
Because
Let
it's
me use it.
expensive.
They're not that expensive anymore. Like less than $200, you can get a decent one. Well, about $200.
Okay. I could use that $200 for many other things that I would use more often and for myself. If you
Well,
buy a
yes.
3D printer, I'll just be like, haha, I'm borrowing this now.
Like everything else.
Not
haven't
everything
looked-
else. You do the same thing to me.
Oh, that's true. That's true. It's nice to be able to share.
That's what you call it. Okay.
I haven't hooked up the new router yet, though.
Yeah, I've noticed.
No, yeah.
Still sitting there. Granted, I haven't noticed from like using it or whatever because I haven't been doing anything. I've been super busy recently.
You've been working a lot.
Yes, working and taking a music class, and that's been taking up 90% of my time, and anything else is sleeping.
I've been trying to play this song at the right speed, which is challenging, but I'm getting closer.
That's good.
Nah, that was wrong. I'm gonna give up for now. Let's move on to something else. All right, no more playing.
No more playing.
I miss iStand. Is he around yet?
I don't know. I could bug him.
Well, I was actually going to see if he wanted to be a surprise special guest tonight, but
You can bug him.
I could bug him. He's not online though.
It doesn't matter. He has it on his phone.
Oh, does he really?
I mean, technically, so do you. You just don't use it on your phone.
Yeah, I don't turn it on.
But most people have notifications turned on for Discord if Discord is their main chatting application.
Let's see if I can find him. I don't know where he is. Friends. I don't have any friends. Friends online. All friends. All. Got nothing.
You have no friends?
Well, let's see.
I should show up there somewhere.
I stand 6319.
That is him.
Oh, I can add him as a friend. Sweet. Oh, friend request was sent. Let's see how long it takes him to answer.
Did you have anything you wanted to talk about today? Anything you wanted to share?
I want to share. No, nothing. I'm going to be quiet today. Maybe I can ignore you from afar this week.
That does make things more difficult, seeing as this is supposed to be a time where we just chat about stuff.
Is it a bonding time? Is this a bonding thing?
Kind of,
Oh,
yeah.
iStand is playing Assassin's Creed. We could tell the world what iStand is doing. I guess that's interesting. I'll,
Here is this other random person, and we're going to be commentating on what they're doing without them knowing we're commentating on what they're doing.
so I sent him a friend request, but he didn't answer, but I sent him a message. Will he still get the message?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
I think he has it set so that he can get messages from people in like mutual servers if they're not friends.
Ah.
That's kind of
We
what I
no
have
servers
it.
in-
That's
We have
kind
no
of
servers in common. Oh, wait a minute.
Yes, you
He just
do.
responded.
you do have a server in common, at least one.
Not according to Discord.
Discord lies.
Or I've got the wrong iStand.
There's only one that I know of.
Well, he did answer.
Yeah, playing Assassin's Creed. No, you guys are both on the Rubber Mushroom Discord. I don't know what that's talking about.
Oh, maybe because we're not friends yet? Oh, he accepted me as a friend, I guess. No servers in common. I wonder why it says that. Yeah.
Because you definitely have servers in common.
Oh, well. He's busy. So I've been looking at good news articles,
That's nice.
and it's so depressing. Not the good news articles, but just to read the news. I think I'm gonna give it up.
The good news articles are so depressing. It's really not working.
Here's a cool article. A couple hides $1,000 cash inside baby supplies at Target to help other families after recalling their own struggle.
Wow.
That's kind of cool.
That is pretty cool.
That's kind of cool.
That's not something you would expect.
No, really.
Shall I share this with the universe?
Let me show you. Yes, hang on one second here. Here we go. I think maybe.
I'll share this with the universe.
There.
Beautiful.
They're a young couple too.
Yeah.
Unless that's not them and it's just some random couple they picked. I don't know.
This is some random people we chose for this photo.
So that's kind of cool. They just go around. I mean, that's kind of cool. You know what I like? I like the stories of people that like give $100 tips or something to the waitress. Or that's kind of cool.
I that's one thing that I wish I could do, but I am nowhere near rich enough to do.
If you wait till you're rich enough to be generous, you're never rich enough.
No, not to be generous, but to be able to give like hundreds of dollars at a time to just random people.
You could start by giving it to someone you know, like me.
Okay, but if I was giving that to you, I'd be using it to, like pay for school or something instead.
Let's see what other good news we have out there. Father and daughter put cicadas into cute poses for fun photos in Virginia.
What?
That one.
That's kind of creepy.
A posing cicada.
But is that really good news? That's just like weird news.
I was wondering about that.
That's like an article from Not the Onion or something.
Yeah, right. It sounds like it. Here's an interesting one. Researchers have found that listening to natural sounds like running water benefits human health. I could see that. I could definitely see that. It's nice to do things like just listen to the rain. That's kind of cool.
I do enjoy listening to the rain. That is nice.
An 11-year-old girl with autism earns Guinness World Record for mental math skills. That is really cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Have you seen Not the Onion?
No, what is that?
It's a Reddit page. You know what the Onion is, yeah?
I know what the Onion is.
It's just fake news stories or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, obviously, like if you had a Reddit page about the Onion, it would just be, talking about the really weird news articles. Where there's a Reddit page, if you go to reddit.com/r/nottheonion,
yeah,
it's just a bunch of articles that are 100% actual reported articles, not fake, but they sound like they could be Onion articles.
But they're real.
But they're real. It is it is a very fun thing to go on every now and then and just see all this super, super weird stuff.
Really? Yeah, I'm not sure how I should feel about that. I don't know.
You should look it up.
Whoops. Wrong button. Okay. We're good.
Crash just... What did you drop? Hold on. What was that?
I didn't drop anything.
Heard just like an earthquake come from your microphone.
Oh. Maybe it was my coffee cup.
Oh, maybe. That would do it.
I'm gonna go back to playing now, I think.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
How's that?
It's not a kaboom. Nor is it earth-shattering.
Definitely wasn't earth-shattering.
which I'm kind of grateful for.
So what do you have? Do you have plans for the weekend?
Work.
Oh yeah, forget about that.
I've
I actually have to do some work this weekend though. Don't tell mom. But I have to do some work this weekend.
I work almost every weekend.
Yeah, so I'm really not going to get much sympathy from you, am I?
No.
I don't think so. Yeah.
What is a weekend?
It's the 2 days after the 5 that you don't work. Oh, but you work more than 5 days in a row sometimes. So
Yeah, I'm working, what, is it going to be 9 days in a row?
Wow.
I think I'm working until, I think Wednesday is my next day off.
I went to the office for the first time in a month last week. Actually, for
nice.
the first time in a month yesterday.
Nice. How was
It
that?
It was good. I actually went because I haven't been there in a while, and the hardware changed a bit, and I kind of wanted to sync up with people, and it was actually good. I learned a couple of things.
That's good. Now, is this job, like, completely optional as to whether or not you want to be at the office?
Well, yes and no. They worked from home even before COVID. But
Okay.
they usually did like a 3 and 2 split of some sort.
Okay.
So the whole concept of working remote was not new to them. Then they went fully remote when COVID hit.
Okay.
And are in the process of coming back, but because they've been productive, they're like, well, no real reason to rush into this, is there?
Right, right.
Unlike
That's
some
fair.
companies that are like, oh, we got to get back to the office. We got to get back to why?
Yeah.
You survived a year without it. What is the point? Why
Yeah.
do you need to rush back there? But I mean, for me, there are advantages to going in because I do have to touch the hardware once in
Yeah.
a while, and there's just things that's helpful to be in there for when you're working with hardware. But most of my job, I would say 80% of it, I could probably do remote on a regular basis.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going back to an office full time again. I really don't want to.
That's pretty cool.
I really, really don't want to.
Being able to do that.
Yeah. Although I do say I think I want another pandemic. And the reason is because the traffic was much better. And so like when people were still hiding in their homes, I was like flying up and down the highway and there was nobody on it. I'm like, this is great. There's nobody here. Yesterday,
wanna know-
for the first time, I'm like, what the hell is this traffic?
Do you
Get
want to know?
out of my way. Where'd you come from?
Do you want to know how to have pandemic like traffic levels in a non-pandemic era?
Go at really weird hours?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
5 a.m.
Yeah. Nobody's on the road then.
Nobody's on there. Especially 5 a.m. on a Saturday. You will see
Right.
nobody.
That's an advantage, that's true.
The only people you'll see is other people that have to get to opening shifts.
Right. So I missed that. So I missed the traffic. I mean, don't miss the traffic.
I miss the traffic. I like honking.
I
at
missed the
people.
lack of traffic.
All right, so
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny. People, speaking of traffic, every now and again when I'm going down, I think it's like 140 or something, trying to get to my office,
Yeah.
you'll be next to somebody. There's somebody will be in the lane next to you or right behind you. That's just like really revving to go. Like, doesn't matter how much traffic is there. They're just like super, just like, I want to pass everybody here. And every now and again, when I'm in a good mood, I like being super petty
Hello?
towards those people. What's up?
I thought I lost you for
Hello?
a second.
I'm
Yes,
here.
hello.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, could you not hear me earlier?
Or I could not hear you earlier.
Okay. Where did I stop talking?
I'm Turtle Cube.
Wow. That is rude.
No, that's where I stopped listening. No, that's not what I meant.
Exactly.
Actually, I got most of it. It was about traffic, and then you said petty.
Yes. So, sometimes when somebody's like really, really revving to try and get past me,
Yes.
I am super, super petty towards them.
And what do you do?
Usually, I'll do one of two things. I will, if there is traffic, I will make sure that I stay caught up with the traffic on both sides of me so that they can't pass me. If
Okay.
there is no traffic, then once they do start to pass me, I speed up so we're right next to each other.
That's rude.
It is very rude, but I find it kind of funny because they're there being super impatient and trying to go way over the speed limit and just being like weaving in and out of traffic. It's like you're doing stupid, dangerous things and you're being a jerk. So I'm going to be a jerk.
Wait, hold on. Now, let me just tell the world I did not teach you that.
No,
That
no,
is
you,
something
no,
you
you did
picked
not.
up
This is
on your
purely 100% for my own personal entertainment.
Thank you very much.
Because
did
I
not-
really enjoy the many, many different ways that people have reacted to this.
I'm staying out of this. I'm going back to playing chords.
Most recently, when I was still using Mom's van, some dude at a little...
Wait. When you were still using someone else's car. Hold on. That's just what you said.
Let me
I do
finish.
this when I'm using someone else's car. Because
Let me finish the story.
Alright.
So, when I was using Mom's van, we were at a stoplight, and I could hear
Your mom could be listening to this, you know. You realize that.
Look, I wasn't speeding.
Okay.
The speed
I'm sorry.
limit.
Finish
The
your story.
speed
really.
limit on that road is 55.
Yeah.
I just made it annoying for the guy to try and pass me. That's all I did. There was a red light in front of us. I had to stop. I wasn't gonna run the red light. That's a different story, and it wasn't me. So we're sitting at a red light, and I can hear the guy next to me revving his engine, and he like really, really wants to go. And I'm in the left lane because I just go through all of the red lights on that road to get to the end of the road. And there's a lot of on ramps and off ramps and different left and right turns, so I just stay in the left lane all the way down.
Yeah.
And then this guy was in the right lane next to me, and his light turns green, and we both take the turn, and I can hear him speeding up, so I speed up. I get to the speed limit pretty quickly. Like, we're just at the top of the hill, halfway to the next one, and this guy comes up next to me, and he looks out his window, and he looks at the car, and he looks at me, and he just smiles slightly and nods his head in approval. Just like I wasn't expecting a minivan to do this. And so
Okay.
I laughed and slowed down, and he pulled in front of me. But like the look on his face was just I am impressed. I am very impressed.
Well, that's interesting.
I am impressed with the acceleration on this minivan. So that was pretty fun. The most recent one has happened a couple of days ago. I was just tired after work.
Yeah.
And this guy was behind me, and he was getting super pissed. Like, I was waiting for somebody to take a left-hand turn on like a single lane road, and this guy was honking his horn like, "Why don't you pass that guy?" I'm like,
So wait, he was behind you?
this guy was behind me. It was the road goes
Okay.
when going home from this road. It goes from a 1-lane to a 2-lane.
Okay.
And then back to... And I turn off the road before it goes back to a 1-lane. But it goes from 1 lane to a 2. So while it was still on the 1 lane, I was sitting behind somebody who was trying to cross the road and take a left-hand turn into a plaza.
Yeah.
And I was, kind of, sort of off to the right a little bit. I wasn't centered on the lane. Just because this guy was turning and I didn't want to be directly behind him. Once he started turning, I was planning on going forward.
Right.
But this guy behind me, big, massive, black pickup truck, just starts honking his horn and waving his arms, and obviously he wants me to pass the guy.
Yeah.
And I get annoyed at this guy behind me, and I'm like, alright, fine, whatever. And I maneuver my way, and I'm eventually able to pass this SUV that wants to turn left. And of course, the big truck behind me takes no second thoughts and just, tailgates me the entire way. So, I was like, you know what? This guy's being kind of a jerk. And I don't want to deal with that right now.
Okay.
So, I'm just driving. I'm ignoring him completely. And I'm just driving. And I can tell from my rearview mirrors that he is being very, very close behind me. And now once it splits into 2 lanes, he tries to pass me, but we come up to an off-ramp. And so there are people merging onto his lane because it's only a 2-lane road, so he can't pass me yet. And then we get to a light in which I am in the shorter lane, so he still can't pass me yet. And this goes on for like 3 or 4 lights, and the guy still can't pass me. And eventually, we're at the same light. And he's just next to me, and I kind of glanced over, and you can very obviously tell, when somebody, like, is acknowledging you're there, but they're also, like, actively acknowledging I'm purposefully not looking at you.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing.
Okay.
He was doing a very purposeful, I am purposefully not looking at you. So I'm like, alright, whatever. And so the light turned green, and we started going, and I stayed the same speed as him. So he couldn't go back into my lane. And I heard his truck rev more and more and more, and eventually I just look over, and he's just yelling at me with a middle finger. Now, we're only going, like, 55, 60. But he's trying to speed up as quickly as possible, and I'm in a little sedan. So I'm still going the speed limit, but I can stay caught up to this truck. And he's just getting super, super mad for no reason. And there's nobody in the road in front of us. So I don't know why he still wants to get into my lane. He can just keep going forward.
That was, Okay.
And so I slow down because the light in front of us is turning yellow. And he sees me slow down, and so he stops flipping me off and guns it and doesn't make it and runs at least 1 red light.
That's interesting.
I then passed him at the next light because he was stuck behind a tractor-trailer truck and I wanted to turn right anyway, so I just kind of waved at him as I went by. I don't think he noticed me, but it was funny to me.
Adventures in driving.
Now, if you're on the highway and you're gunning to get past somebody, you're on the highway. That makes a little bit of sense. But if you're on something like that section of Route 140 where there is a stoplight every 2,000 to 3,000 feet, you're not going to get very far. So why are you so adamant about passing people? You're just going to hit another red light or drive through a red light like that guy in the truck did. But you're just going to hit another red light.
Yeah, it's kind of a hurry up and wait situation.
I don't understand why you're so eager to be stuck at a red light.
I don't miss the commute.
I don't either. That's one of the reasons I try and get done early, is because if I could make it home before all the stupid people are on the road at like 2:30, then it's a much easier ride home, and there's no people trying to do stupid things.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, all of a sudden you cut out for a second, but you're back now.
I'm back now. Sorry, don't know why. No, that's why I like as much as I don't like waking up in the morning. I like early commutes. Because if I had to be at work for 8, I would hate my commute even more. Because everybody's out of the road at 7.
Right. No, totally right. Totally
but I'm out at the road at 5:30, 6 o'clock, so it's before most people are out there, which isn't bad. And then driving home, if I can get home early, I'll 100% do that rather than trying to drive home at like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah. What makes the long commute bearable, or makes any commute bearable for me, is like books.
I do podcasts.
I read while I drive. Well, I mean, I listen to
it. I read while I drive. It's much safer than texting while driving.
That's right. I'm not texting, I'm reading. No, but I like books or something. That makes the commute like, oh, okay, because I can actually finish a book. Matter of fact, when I was commuting for a while and then stopped, I realized, hey, I'm not reading my books as much. Because I used to do it all on my commute.
Yep.
And that stopped, so... But, drivers don't get me as mad as they used to. I don't know why. It's just like, if you want to go ahead, go ahead. I'll get there eventually.
I actually find and this is more me being, I am not like an angry driver. I'm a super petty driver. I will let more people out onto the road, let more people pass me, let more people, like if someone's waiting to turn into my lane, I am more likely to let them in if I know that somebody behind me is in a rush.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. It's probably very, very rude of me.
Yeah, I'd go with on that one.
But I'm being nice to the person who's trying to get into the lane.
Okay. I'm really not sure how to respond to that. I did not teach him that, though, world. I just want you to know. Again, that wasn't me. Hey, are you ever going to learn to drive the Standard?
I would like to. I just don't know when I have time to.
Right, that's how we started this conversation.
Yeah. I've had that conversation multiple times. I would definitely like to learn how to drive a Standard, but...
What's that?
I said I would definitely like to learn how to drive a Standard.
It's fun. But... It really is. That's what stops me from buying, I think, an automatic anymore. It's I don't know, it's kind of fun. People say, well, it's annoying and you got to keep shifting. I'm like, gives me something to do. And, slowing down by downshifting instead of applying the brakes, it's kind of a game.
I actually, there was a time when mail trucks didn't exist.
Only female trucks?
Yes. The LLVs, the mail carrier vehicles.
Yeah.
Mail carriers used to, and some still do, deliver mail out of their cars.
Oh, really?
And different cars are better at this than others. You can buy right-hand drive vehicles. If you just want a right-hand drive vehicle to deliver mail, and you can just buy a right-hand drive vehicle and then use it both for work and for just driving.
You can?
Yeah.
In this country?
Yes.
I don't ever think I've seen a right-hand drive vehicle.
They're not common because usually only mail carriers buy them, but they do exist.
Right. The only time I've seen that is in a truck, some kind of delivery truck. I've never actually seen a car like that around anywhere.
You can get.
Wow.
They're not cheap. They're usually custom made, but there are companies that'll make right-hand drive vehicles.
Huh? Didn't know that.
Another alternative is to get what was it? It was some Ford that one of my coworkers had before the office I work at got trucks. But it had a bench seat in the front, and the footwell was completely open, so he could sit in the middle
Yeah.
and drive with his left hand and left foot because there was no console in the middle. It was just
Oh,
a
I
bench
see.
seat.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and
Well,
and
that.
I've heard of some mail carriers still having cars like that and stuff.
Huh.
Um, and you know, the only other way to do it is to just use your personal vehicle. Not anything special, nothing fancy, just whatever you use day to day. Go to the office, sort the mail, deliver out of your vehicle. There are official lights and signs that you can plug into your car and put up on the roof. They're all magnetic and whatnot. That'll say, official post office, blah, blah, blah. Um, but I have learned that one of the recently retired carriers at my office, before his route got a truck, he used to deliver out of his own personal vehicle, which was a standard.
That makes it challenging.
I don't
Especially
know
for
how you do that.
assuming it's with the driver's stuff on the left side of the car. I think that's where it is now. Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes it especially hard.
yeah, yeah. That's what it was. It was a normal left-hand drive standard that he delivered mail out of.
But you got to reach out of the right-hand side window,
Yes.
or get out at every house, which would have to triple the time it takes you to do that.
Oh, at least.
Oh my goodness, yes.
That's why the city routes are usually half the size of rural routes, and they take about the same amount of time because you do so much more walking.
So yeah, yeah.
Walking
So when
and
you deliver the
dismounts.
stuff, well, for your route, it's probably too far. But would it make sense for you to take a bunch of them in your hands and just walk?
When houses are close together, yeah.
Okay.
For me, no. There
Because
are
you're just too far
times
apart.
there's times I will have hundreds of feet between mailboxes.
Oh, so to walk that would really just slow you down.
Oh yeah, it would take me, 2.5 minutes to get from one mailbox to the next on certain roads.
Yeah. Okay. Huh. I do recall seeing mail delivery people in cars sometimes,
Hmm.
and I couldn't figure out if that's because the truck died and they had to use their car, or if that's how they actually chose to do it. But
Yes.
now that you mention it, I have seen that.
It really depends nowadays. In this area of the country, nowadays, when mail carriers are delivering out of their cars, it's for one of two reasons. Um, the first one is that they ran out of trucks. They just don't have enough trucks, and so you have to, use your car. You have to deliver the mail, so do whatever you can
Right.
to deliver the mail. The second reason is if they're just running errands. If they're not actually delivering a full mail route, if they just have special priority things or a couple of things that just need signatures or a couple of missorted packages that need to be delivered that day, you know, in that case, because regular cars are way more, fuel efficient, you would, supervisors and other mail carriers sometimes take their own car, make a couple of stops for like an hour or so, and then go back to the office.
Hmm. Okay.
Now that does happen. In other parts of the country, there are still routes that do not have mail trucks,
Wow.
and it is people just still delivering out of their cars. And if new mail trucks ever do start rolling out,
Yeah.
those towns and locations that do not have mail trucks yet will be getting the mail trucks. They'll be like, okay, we have the new ones, so we can give these ones to you guys. That sort of thing.
Got it.
I'm kind of hoping at some point they have such a surplus of we're never going to use these many old LLVs. Let's just, donate them to a dumpster or something, because
Right.
I personally think it'd be kind of fun to buy one and just mess around with it.
What would you do with it?
I would take it to Chad,
Yeah.
I would say, hey, help me mess with this thing, and we turn it into like a four-wheeler.
A four-wheeling mail truck.
Yeah. Give it some
Hey,
better
nothing.
tires, some good suspension, maybe mess with the engine a little bit so it works better. But I mean, the thing is metal and completely mechanical. There is nothing
Right.
electronic. The only thing electronic in that is the lights and the wipers.
That's funny.
That
Well,
is
yeah.
it. That is it.
That's why they're still on the road.
Yeah.
That's kind of amusing.
Most of the mail trucks are at least 40 years old. And a good portion of them were made in the 80s.
Maybe we'll get mail delivered by drone. Is the post office working on drone delivery?
No.
Huh.
I do not think the unions would allow it.
Oh, good point. Hadn't thought of that.
Trying to protect the job of the carriers there.
Well, I suppose that's okay too. I'm waiting for Amazon drone deliveries to show up. I might just order something so it gets delivered by a drone. That would, I don't know, I think that'd just be fun to watch once.
I kind of want to shoot it down and be like, I didn't know what it was. I was defending myself.
Send up another drone.
Drone dogfights, yes.
You know, some people train birds to take down drones.
Yeah, I know. There's a whole
I think
uh
that's hilarious.
like core of people that have trained hawks and eagles to take down drones.
I just think that's like so funny.
That's the best way to get rid of to take out technology is something that doesn't use any technology.
Right? Bird of prey, take down a drone. That was wrong. There's a D here somewhere. Hang on. There we go. It's better. Ah. Well, the rain is over. I see the sun coming out.
It's still all right. It's only
That was short
it's
lived.
only almost 8 o'clock. The sun's still out.
The sun's still out. I know it. Isn't that great?
Can we
Actually, I was
just
going to go to the fire tonight if it wasn't raining, but
not do daylight savings?
ever again?
Yes.
I'm okay with it. Like, do we really need daylight savings anymore? I don't know.
No,
I'm not
we
convinced.
don't. We do not. I honestly don't think we needed it in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure.
Maybe that's just me.
But if you think about it though, if you don't have daylight savings, right, then
Yeah.
it's the same time zone, say, throughout the country. So
No.
let's just, well, yeah, because you'd have one. Would you have one time zone?
No, we'd still have time zones. We just would get rid of daylight savings.
Oh, I see your point. Just get rid of daylight savings. I
Yeah, no,
thought, okay,
time
no, that
zones
makes
make
more,
sense.
that makes a lot more sense now.
Time
Yeah,
zones make a lot of sense. That makes sense,
yeah,
but
okay.
daylight savings doesn't.
No, I can agree with that.
We don't need to be
Yeah.
China and say it's the same time everywhere in the country. That's just ridiculous.
Wait a minute. In China, they have one time zone.
Yeah,
Are
go
you
look it
there?
up. Go look it up. China has one time zone.
I gotta check this. I don't believe you. Hang on.
China has one time zone. It's the same time everywhere in China. They span like 4 or 5 different time zones, but they're just one.
Time zones in China. I spelled that completely wrong, but it found it out. China uses one official time zone. Wow. Now that's going to be kind of strange, right? Because let's say you go to work at 8 o'clock in the morning, but it's 8 o'clock in the morning everywhere, which means somebody a few time zones away could start their day at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
I think that would make it harder to coordinate. I don't know. Would it though? Well, maybe not.
I don't know.
Huh. Didn't know that. Look at that. You learned something new. That can be the educational part of our podcast. We didn't do a philosophical part tonight.
No, we
Unless you want
didn't.
to talk about the merits of petty driving. That could be the philosophical part of our
Honestly,
podcast.
I think petty driving is much safer than angry driving.
Well, now that's a philosophical question right there. Is petty driving safer than angry driving?
Because when I am driving but am super petty about it, I'm not going fast. I'm not trying to rush anywhere. I'm letting people go in front of me. I'm just purposefully being slow and methodic about what I do, which arguably is much safer than being angry and trying to pass people and just getting mad about things.
I think it's more like a passive aggressive.
Yes, petty driving is very passive aggressive,
Okay.
but is generally more calm.
Calm. Well, I guess.
Because you're being passive about being aggressive.
Huh. I think I'll just give up commuting altogether.
That's a good plan.
I like that idea. But I will probably have to, I think maybe in August, end up going back to the office more days a week than just twice a month.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Man, that's just super weird. See, because all of China is in the same time zone, the part of China that is above India, like directly above India's most northern point,
Yeah.
that is in the same time zone as Australia.
Hold on a second. I'm going to put a map of the world out there for everybody.
You can
There.
put the map that I showed you.
Oh, well, I found a different map. Oh, I don't need that. That's that we don't need.
You aren't even sharing your screen anymore.
Oh. There, now I am.
No, you're not.
Now I am.
Not according. Ah, now you are.
There you go. There you go. There's a map of the world.
Wonderful. Let me get this back up and running.
Oh,
There we go. Now we have a map of the world up. But yeah, you can see if you look at China.
Which is the green country here.
Yes. All the way on the left side of that.
On the west here, yep.
Yeah, it's above India.
Right, it's India.
Which kind of they have their own kind of like half a time zone, which is kind of interesting.
And your point is?
But anyway, that side of China
Yeah.
is in the same time zone as Australia.
Oh, really?
Part of Australia. Australia has 3 time zones, but
1, 2, 3, yep. Oh, I see your point. Well, this whole thing is China's in this entire time zone right here.
yes.
So all of China's in this time zone. Yeah.
But it's just weird because you go, what's that? 4 time zones over? 4 time zones over, and you have Uzbekistan. They're right next to China. They border China right there. And they are quite a bit of ways from Australia, but the times that you go from China to Uzbekistan, and you have like a 3 or 4 hour difference just crossing that border.
I never realized all those countries have such large time zones, actually.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I guess it's kind of cool. It's kind of different. And we're split up into 4.
Yep.
5 if you count Alaska.
Yeah, I think Hawaii Hawaii is its
Hawaii is
own
its
as
own little
well.
planet. Hawaii is like over here. So where's Hawaii? Oh, that's Midway. There's Hawaii. Well, it's been educational. I think it's time to go. It was nice rambling with you.
Thanks. I enjoy it. As I
No
do.
games tonight, though, right?
Nope, no games tonight.
Yeah.
We're just ending it here. But yeah, thank you everyone who joined us for joining us in our little ramble, our hour-long ramble.
Did we actually get any listeners?
Yeah, there are people showing up.
Oh, people showed up. Hey, thank you, people.
Yeah, thank you for showing up. Thank you for stopping by. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want to know when we're gonna go live next. Which, spoiler, is next Friday at 7:00.
That's kind of what it usually is.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Stream of Consciousness, the podcast where we just talk about our streams of consciousness.
Whatever comes to mind.
We'll be back next week. I've been Turtle Cube. I'm here with Turtle Dad.
I'm Turtle Dad. I'm still here with Turtle Cube.
And we're ending the podcast the same way we started it. Bye.
Bye.